Hello, 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 and welcome back. Oh god, I just realised something. No, this is an awkward beginning. But yes, that is a dog. He can hear me. He's wondering what's going on. It's okay though. It's okay, Harry. So we are gonna be doing Harry. Which is okay. See, this is okay. He just wanted to say hi. But we are going to go through more Soulstorm. I had managed to get through the thing, which is always a plus. We go continue. We're here. But I just realised something. I've just gone through these. The cutscene doesn't fully matter, but we do actually have the stories. So we can listen to these. Hmm.
After witnessing the prevalence of chaos in the Kaurava system, Confessor March advised Canoness Agna that any refusal to cede authority to the Sisterhood was clear evidence of heresy. When the Blood Ravens stood their ground, the Canoness acted quickly. Her mandate was clear. As heretics, they must be obliterated. Soldier for soldier, the Sisters of Battle could not compete with the Space Marines. Nevertheless, the Adepta Sororitas carried
Sororitas!
and acts of faith. Any survivors were shown the mercy of battlefield
That naming thing for it was great.
and less painful than proper Inquisition proceedings. It was regrettable that so many Space Marines had to die. It was regrettable that they had come under suspicion of taint. But whatever the circumstances, corruption must be fought and at all costs wiped out.
Yeah, so basically, they go in there, they're like, there's chaos here. It corrupts Space Marines. I don't think. And these Space Marines are fighting us. Surely that means they are heretics. Which, yes, it does. Well, not really, but those were just. It was basically, if I remember correctly, the whole premise of the Blood Angel captain on this one is that he is, he wants to be like the other ones who have done really good when they've done this sort of stuff. So it's basically like, yeah, no, I am the best guy. I can do this. And they're like, no. No, sit down. You're not that guy. And then we've got the Tau.
Canoness Selena Agna felt the Tau posed a
Ooh,
singular threat.
what's that?
If allowed to
Ooh,
complete their Nanyonoi moon base, the Tau
oh
would
god.
have an almost impenetrable stronghold, which could do great damage to the Sisterhood's cause. Assuaging her fears, Confessor March counseled the Canoness to place her faith in the Emperor's will. And as it happened, the Sisters of Battle were granted the opportunity to attack the Tau before the moon base was complete. With much fire and many acts of faith, the alien compound was purged. Their commander and their false saint were slain. Canoness Agna took their skulls as offerings to the Emperor and tokens of her devotion. Some of the enemy's heretical technology was sent to the Ordo Zeno for study, and much of the rest was dutifully destroyed.
Yes, yes, sent to the Auto Xenos. We have this big cannon that can shoot at any place in this system. We, Auto Xenos, have a look at it. Everything else we're gonna destroy. We might have use for a big cannon. And of course, because it was the third one, I got another war gear, so I've got two things left, which is the Rosary and the Emperor's Blessing. The blessing of the Emperor takes the form of an aura of ever-burning flame, punishing those who defy his blessed ones. Okay. That sounds really fun, actually. This is actually a thing about this game. I have only ever really gone a bit in this game. I've never actually completed this one. I've completed Dark Crusade, which is the one before this, which is on a single planet with every faction. I've not done that with this game. I've only ever killed maybe one leader, maybe two with each guy. So it's going to be fun getting this done. Yes, I've also been playing Monster Hunter recently. You know, the new one, Wilds, that has just come out. And I'm really liking it. The only downside to the game that I see myself is in like the first few enemies of the game, you get jump scared by if you're arachnophobic, you get jump scared by a spider. I haven't gone that far in because I'm playing with friends. But yeah, I haven't gone that far in because I want to play with friends. I'm doing hammer because hammer's my favourite, and my secondary weapon is my other favourite weapon that I've started to use more. Oh. So you're saying, with this, I could go... You two here. You two here. And then... build two more. And we can grab that one.
Sisters of battle, reporting. Discipline and devotion never falter.
Ooh. I can also upgrade, which is always a plus. Yeah, these are needed because... Ooh. Because this is just the take and hold and it's the Tau, I don't really need to worry. Oh god. That's someone I need a leader for. Or just get them in. Oh god. This is why I'm not a big fan of the Tau, because they have way too many, like, sneaky things. Like, normally they're okay, but then they've got so many, like, little sneaky things. Like, it'd probably be best to get one of these guys as well to take this middle area. Or two.
It is a judgment.
Without our faith, we would fall. I submit. I am equipped for that.
Just because you kind of need it. Yes, but Monster Hunter. Very fun so far. Interesting mechanics with the new stuff. Like, I am enjoying the new stuff quite a lot. Yeah, invisible people. Because, you know,
Emperor.
It's not enough to,
We have laid claim to it.
that is good.
Submit. Seraph's squad.
These guys come here.
We command dread and awe.
A humble missionary here to serve.
Build protocol.
And we got the missionary because we need it. I wasn't expecting that. But that is actually quite funny. I enjoy that. When things take you back, I quite like it. Like, I wasn't expecting... I forgot about you need certain things. Oh god, it's 7 minutes? I thought it was less than that. I actually did.
Sworn ever to your service when at peace and when at war.
I can get this group up.
Our Emperor gives us strength.
It's mostly I want to make sure that they're going to...
All but the faithful perish.
Because I feel like if I move these guys...
Dread and awe.
You know, it feels like one of those things where if I move them,
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
it's going to mess up my,
I am a servant to the Emperor.
stuff. Not in a bad... Well, yes, in a bad way, but like... Not like it's going to mess them up, as in, like... I'm gonna lose people. But it's going to be... I'm going to mess it up by the, enemy's gonna come round the back and take them. So, instead of that... Let's make sure everyone is ready to deal with the enemy. Yep, so this unit, everyone here is ready.
Our Emperor gives us
5 minutes until take and hold.
At least it feels like it's going quickly.
I am a servant to the Emperor.
Ooh. We've got 70 for this, which we kind of need with them. They've captured a relic.
Inspire me.
Don't care about the relic right now, just because this is more of a focus thing. Oh, definitely need that. How much does it cost to upgrade? 260. Does this actually give them any, No, it doesn't. Interesting. I want that, though. Oh, come on. Increases the... Wait. Master crafted weapons. Okay, yeah. I was just wondering why it said it increases, like... the damage done by the mace when it's a power sword, and I realised, no, it does both. It's a big chunky weapon.
I serve.
Troops under attack. Ah. They're dead now.
I am consecrated to the Imperium.
Those guys don't have anything.
It is a judgment.
What do I need for this? Holy reliquary. Oh yes, the upgraded.
I serve.
The upgraded, like, thing here. These guys.
I am consecrated.
Maximum oh yeah, because they don't gain the upgrade. Oh god.
Sworn ever to your
3 minutes until take and hold
Boy.
victory.
pain brings faith.
Yeah. Oh god, are they... it's close enough that it was, like, going to mess with me if I just stood there.
It is a judgment.
So guess what I wasn't gonna do? Just stand there. Oh, but I want to get these up first. Well, we got 2... Oh, I was just about to say we were gonna have 2 minutes. Yes, Monster Hunter. New monsters are fun. I'll probably, at some point, start doing some videos on Monster Hunter. Maybe after this. I want to try and get this done, because of the crashing and that. But after this, I'll probably do a Monster Hunter Wilds. It'll be a bit less, like, thing, and, like, everyone wants to show it off. So that'll be good. Maybe go back to the older ones, actually. Make a character, start a new character with, like, you guys. Go through it. I'm just going to do SOS flares for a lot of it as well, just because... Yes, I can fight them solo, but sometimes... If I'm just going through just to get stuff and have fun, just standing there and letting it, you know, having trouble against some of the monsters, it'd just be more enjoyable just SOS flag it and then, like, SOS flare it and then be, like, showing off armor and that while I play. Instead of being like, oh no, I'm stuck now because I can't kill this monster with the weapon I choose. I'm also not sure what weapon to choose. Oh, we're about to win. Five, 4. If you want to know where I know it, it's here. There we go. We won. Yay. That was a really quick one. Just because victory, yes. And now, because it's one of these ones, I want to reinforce. Except just because it's next to the orc. And I don't get anyone new, which is fine. I'm probably going to take this, actually, and get one of the... It's now one of the, like, main character people. Interesting. Ooh. They're trying to fight me. This is going to be interesting. Depending which one it is. Oh, they've only got one? Now the question is... Do I go through this more, a little slower just to have some fun with it? Or do I just run? I think I'll have a bit of fun with this. Just because I've got all of the people here doesn't mean I can't just have a little bit of fun with it. You know what I mean? I just want... Like, nothing, like... I'm not just gonna stand around and... mean, like, it's gonna take forever. But let's build up a fun actual, like...
I submit.
Do I only have the 2? No, there's the 3rd.
It's your will.
You know, like, pick up all the stuff,
I serve.
maybe build up a bit more.
Protocol confirmed.
Ooh. Because we've got, like, the Canoness to get. We can get the Confessor. Like, you know, we can do stuff.
We know our place.
I humbly await orders.
I kind of wish they made a new
I serve.
Dawn of War game like this.
Be
Especially... Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Because they've gotten so many more models for certain armies. Imagine a game like this with all of the
build protocol confirmed.
newer looks of things. So, like, we go into the Space Marines, and it's more Primaris, which, yeah, aren't always the best, but for, like, this sort of game, the Primaris would look great. And then they would actually be more different to the Sisters, because the Sisters then will have all of the weapon options, and then the Primaris would be units for certain things. Like they are in game now. Which I know people don't really like. Like, if you know, I would rather, like... I'm one of the people who would rather have it to have more weapon options than to have, like, units for every occasion. But to be honest, I feel like the Space Marines, especially in this sort of setting, if we did it as a thing like they are in actual game, like tabletop game, it would actually lend to some good mechanics for this.
Discipline and devotion never fall.
Then you'd get all the new tanks, all the new stuff for Sisters.
Father,
What else could you do with... Guard can get all of their tanks. You can get a Rogue or Dawn. So your Lehman Russ, you'll get like a tank that's between the Lehman Russ and the Baneblade. Ooh, Chaos will get some cool stuff.
Await orders. I submit.
It's like one of the things I'm always surprised with is... Like, they give, Space Marines Grey Knights.
It's your will.
Which, yeah, that's fine, whatever. But then they don't give, like... I think you get a Bloodthirster, a Demon Prince, You get a Bloodthirster, you can get a Demon Prince, and you get, I don't think they're Pink Horrors, I think they're just called Spawn. Or are they Pink Horrors? I'd have to have a look. But, you know, they're not like... They're not as like, oh yes, here are your stuff. It's all for this. It's more like... Those 3 are ready. That's building stuff. It's getting that. I'm going to build this next. Because I want to heighten everything. And then we can start upgrading the amount of people I can take. Because I think with 12, I'll just grab a few... 14, 16, 18... I can just grab 4 of them. And it'll be all good.
by the Emperor's light I lead. Witchcraft.
And there's my leader. Because it automatically makes it the leader version. Which I love. Yeah, so the... as you saw in the last episode, the bug fix mod did not work. So what I'm going to make sure to do is save before the end. You know, when there's like the last bit to do, I'm going to save it. So then if it does crash, I can just reload, do that one bit, and then we can see what will happen. Because then it might not crash the next time. And if it doesn't, or I can keep going until it doesn't, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh no. But then I can sort of pause the stream, do that, and then when it goes in, I can just like restart the stream basically. Ooh. I just find it interesting as well. They only give you 3 builders if you get all the stuff. Like, you have to buy a 4th. So let's do that. Ooh. Ooh, yes, I can actually go... Oh? I was like, oh yes, I can do this. Wait a minute, why won't it let me? Because I had to do that. Behold, the Immolator! I do like the Immolator. I actually, wonder if I do have some old metal sisters. If I was to do a sisters army, I'm just wondering what sort of things I would actually bring to it, and what colour scheme. I had an idea at one point to do like sort of a planetary defense force thing where I'd have a bit of Imperial Guard, a bit of Sisters, and a bit of Space Marines that all sort of kind of collated into like a planetary or like a system protector. So it's like a group, some like Space Marines that have been tasked to be there, that sort of thing. So it was like Space Marines that had tasked, Sisters that had been tasked, and then like the Guard of the planet. Because I thought that would be a fun idea. And then I was like going through thinking about it, because it would be my Flesh Terrors, because they're just, for some reason, as soon as I started reading the Flesh Terror books, I just fell in love with that group of Space Marines. It's like, they have some interesting bits of story. They're not, like a lot of the Space Marine stuff, it's, they are just bigger, stronger, more powerful. The Flesh Terror things, I find they ground them a bit more. Not like, they still know they're powerful in that. But with the Blood Angel debuff of the Black Rage, they kind of use that in the Flesh Terror literature really well. Because you have a lot of the main characters properly fighting with it, and they've personified it in such a way that it makes it, like, really interesting to read. For example, there is a scene in one of the books where you've got the High Chaplain, so like the leader of all of the chaplains, meditating in his chamber. And it's saying in his mind, there is a beast in a cage. That beast is his rage. And it's basically it's like breaking out. Because he's getting to that point. And then basically it's about to break out. So his entire thing is putting a pistol to his head and basically just going like, you can feel that. If you do this, I will kill us here now. We will not die in glorious battle. We will die here in shame. And it makes the creature pause because it wants to be out there. It wants to kill people, not be killed. And then basically, so it's that sort of idea. Or you have Seth, who has basically been, like, who is the chapter master. He's been tasked to make sure that this group of, because before he was chapter master, the Flesh Tearers are seen as very distrusted. They are almost heretical. They have Inquisition coming over just to see if they are heretical or not, because of how much shit they have done. So you've got this new guy, basically. The new guy who has just become the chapter master, having to deal with all of this stuff that his predecessors have left. And then has to prove that him and his chapter are not heretics multiple times. It's like, in the story now, they aren't looked down upon as much because of Seth. He has done so much good work that the Flesh Tearers, there are still the rumours and all of the talk about them. Like, they're still not 100% trusted. But they have done so much in lore to so now people aren't as distrusting of them, is the best way to put it. But it's also to a point where certain characters who he has fought with, like, properly, like, punched the face of, would side with him over, like, other people. Because they know he's not bad, he's just very blunt with you. Which, for a lot of people, it is actually a better thing. Because, like, if you think about it in terms of now, would you rather have a friend who tells you to your face straight that what you're doing is a stupid idea, or would you rather have somebody who is basically telling you, oh yeah, what you're doing is great, don't worry? You'd rather have the one who is basically going, you're being an idiot, do this. Like I would. He is that person. He is the guy who is basically you'd look at to be like, ah, yes, he is the one who will make sure you don't fuck up. And people need that guy. You might not always like that guy, but that guy is the one who will help you throughout most of your, like, stuff. But I also love it because of how silly he can actually, how silly it can get. Ooh. No, because then I've got 3. There we go. So I'm going to have 2 that have 7. And then 2 with 6. I think that works. What else is there? And they're just kind of looked on in a weird light. There's like a lot of things I find that I kind of like those characters in like 40k. Like, my main army is Tyranids, which in like game don't have much, like, not in game, like in lore, they're kind of just creatures that have come from somewhere. But then there's all the little bits about them. They're not, like, mindless. They know... They're not like, oh yes, everything is, like, unique. But they don't... They're not stupid, is the best thing to say. They know exactly what they're coming to do. And they're going to do it. you know, like, they're going to a planet, they're going to eat it, they're going to try. You can hold them back, but with how the story has written them, or wrote them, you're not going to stop them outright. They will always be there. They will always be doing stuff, whether you like it or not. I do like chaos, but I'm more into the demon side for the same sort of reason. They're just there. They didn't ask to be part of the universe, they're just sort of manifested there. And with the lore of it being, like, the actual stuff of people. So, like, humanity, orcs, Eldar, all of these different races that have emotions and feelings and all that, sort of have given birth to the demons and what they are like. Just makes them more interesting, in my opinion. It's like, oh, sorry, the reason why these guys are evil isn't because they are evil, it's because you are evil. And because you are evil, they are now evil. I kind of like that as a premise more than I think people give it credit for. Like, yes, they are there, but it's not like they're going to be... Like, they are there, they are dealing with things. They are cool. They're not like, what people thought they were like to start with. And I like it quite a lot more. I just find it enjoyable that they will, like, all of the armies I collect, I've realised, kind of can be seen as the weaker armies, or, like, the underdogs. I've just realised that, and I'm like, huh. Like, they will do a lot, but then in terms of what they do in-game. So either they're lore, they're the underdogs, or in-game they are. It's like demons, yes. In lore, they are not the underdogs. But in games, they normally have, like, a 5-up save, and that is it. And they're basically all melee. So I still have to get to you before I can actually fight and do stuff. It's not like some of the other stuff in game, which has that, but then has the range to back it up. It's like, I don't have the range to back up me just getting through it. Um, 10, 14... Yep, we're gonna get more immolators, I think. I do like the penance engine, but it's not as fun a lot of the time. Ah. Yes, but that was my little, like, I do Gene Stealer Cult, which are basically just humans. Like, they're not even, like... So, for example, like, the Guard have all the stuff. The Gene Stealer Cult are just, like, humans that have taken, like, mining equipment. So it's still, like, quite strong equipment. But it's not, like, an organised force. They attack with ambushing. Because without doing the ambushing, they definitely would not win. Like, in lore sort of thing, they will just wait in ambush. because it's the only way they can deal with stuff.
I am equipped for that.
Because if not, they're dead. We got one more tank, then I can send it all through. I've dabbled in everything, and it's more those ones I quite like. Ooh. Yes, they have also just brought out... Well, it just came on pre-order on Saturday. So yesterday when this video is released. The Emperor's Children Army Box. The thing with that is, yes, I love the Emperor's Children. Slaanesh is my favourite Chaos God. So the Emperor Children would be something I would love normally. The main problem is, I am not that interested after seeing all of the rules and that sort of stuff. The rules actually ruin some of the hype for me. Not because the rules are bad, but because of other things with the rules. Mostly how the demons are gonna work. Because if the ones in the book are like... Oh god. They try to get in hard. I think that means they are down this way. So, I have basically the best thing to say is my two main... It used to be my two main groups for demons. It used to be Nurgle and Slaanesh, and then it turned to Slaanesh and Khorne. Because I quite like the dynamic of those two a bit more. Not that, like, they will do a lot together, but I kind of like having the idea of, like, a massive, like... You've got, like, the speed followed by the thing, then you've got some Nurgle... So it's more that it, like, slowly builds up into what it is. If you know what I mean. So it starts off as a... as one thing, and it will, like, get more and more into extra stuff. So, like, I think Tzeentch is my least favourite, not because... just because Tzeentch is one of the people that I'm not as interested in. I still like Tzeentch as a god, but the whole premise of what Tzeentch does, I'm just a bit more... There are so many more interesting characters, in my opinion, to them, that I would rather play. But, so they've, like, shown off, because of course, now it's the sort of time frame of, people. It's now that sort of, like, time frame where the people are, where they're, like, showing the rules. Which, yeah, is fine. I like rules. But seeing that they only get 5 of the 13, 14 Slaanesh-only demons, because the Demon Princes always have their own version, just kind of went, oh. They don't get the chariots, which are some of the more fun things, I think, for them. They don't get their... So they don't get the chariots. They don't get... I'm just going to save it here. They don't get basically any of their HQ choices. You get the Greater Demon and the named Greater Demon, but then all of their heralds and that, nothing. And that's why I'm a bit more disappointed with it. Because it feels like that's a missed opportunity of something that would actually be really fun to have. Because of what they are. Like, you get the Demonettes. You get Demonettes, you get Fiends, which are the, like, creatures without... So they're the ones that sort of just are. They're like the creatures that will be around.
All but the faithful perish.
Ooh. Oh, there are 2 computers.
I serve the Sisterhood.
I might actually go for that as well.
I serve the Sisterhood. I serve.
It is a judgment. I serve the Emperor. Thou shalt not. I shall.
Dear God, I'm getting a lot of messages right now.
We have excelled at battle. We claim it for the Imperium. Our Emperor gives us strength.
Sworn ever to your service when at peace and when at war.
So, I'm gonna have to make sure. So, I want to probably do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Secured!
So we want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe for the turrets.
I am consecrated to the Imperium.
Witchcraft, heresy, and mutation.
I think that works.
I serve.
We claim it for the Imperium.
I serve.
Ooh. Okay. So you two,
Serve.
we need to build that there. And then you, we can build these.
Received.
Because we're kind of a sitting duck now until...
Our father
So we can't upgrade, can't upgrade, can't upgrade. These guys can upgrade, so let's upgrade. Oop.
I am consecrated to the Imperium.
Okay. Okay. We're doing good. We can go 1... No. Okay, now that's built. Ooh. Oh, they died there.
Witchcraft, heresy, and mutation.
I need, these, which can go over here. Kind of out of the way.
Be it your will. I am equipped for that.
We got a few things that we can take. Ooh. This might be a little longer one, but I want to do a bit more. I want to take over this planet before we,
Submit.
finish.
Instructions received.
Well, not like the full planet. I want to make sure we're sitting at a point where... Oh yeah, I do have 2 of them. I was just like, wait a minute, where's the other one? Did it die without me realizing? 1, 2, 3... I'm also got for them.
I submit.
So that is interesting.
I am equipped for that. I serve.
So I can go 1.
Confirmed. Be it your will. I am equipped for that.
Consecrated to the Imperium.
All but the faithful perish.
Ah,
Be it your will.
we've done that. Now we can do turrets around the place. Do I do them a bit more forward?
I am equipped for that.
Yeah, let's do them a bit more forward.
I serve. Build protocol confirmed.
And then we can focus on making sure everyone's... We don't want you in the thing. Yay, we've built this now.
I submit. I am
Yes.
equipped for that.
Do that. Do that. But yes, it's one of those things that the tabletop game, as I will say, is always evolving. So you choose what I would always say: choose what you like over choosing what.
Wait orders.
I will say the rule of cool always beats the rules. Mostly because rules change like every edition. Your models still look cool. Your models will always look cool, even if even if they're not good in rules at that point. And to be honest, I'd rather have cool models than like be amazing on the tabletop.
I serve.
We command Drakendar! Our emperor gives us strength.
Yeah, it's interesting because these are the last bastion of Tau. When I've dealt with this area, there are no more Tau. Which actually makes it real interesting. This is like the last bit of Tau in the system.
We cannot afford mercy!
And look, there's the other leader. Ooh.
We go! Fight the enemy!
Wait orders.
Thou shalt
Dear God, why? This is why I don't like Tau. There's just way too many a lot of the time. They're just... Mostly their ranges are just bullshit as well. And the ranges are bullshit just because they need it. I know they need the ranges to be better. But dear God, doesn't it not, like, just make it feel like shitty a lot of the time? because of it. Like, why are these here? Like, why are there so many here? Like, where do they all come from? And we've lost a... in hell. I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, keep this up when they've literally got people just keep spawning in to fight me. Like, we've lost one of our honor guard. I know, like, they make it harder when it's like this. Because, of course, why would they make it easy when it's literally their finale? But in doing so, it just felt like... it feels like they've done this on purpose now, just to make it a lot harder.
It is a judgment. They have committed the ultimate heresy.
Because the things are all so...
Thou shalt not. I shall.
I might just have to go fight one now. That actually might make it easier.
We cannot afford mercy. They have committed the ultimate heresy. We cannot afford mercy. The enemy! We march to the hymns of the ecclesiarchy.
Okay, it's only one. Ooh, this might be a bit longer just because I wasn't expecting it to be this bull for this one area. Like, I wasn't expecting them to just sort of rock up and be, no, you're not allowed to be this good.
We command dread and awe.
We are not allowing you to do this stuff. Dear God, why are they so good? They're not... It feels like they're doing this on purpose just because I am being quite a powerful opponent.
Thou shalt not. I shall. Our faith is unyielding.
I submit. Instructions received. Your will be done.
Ooh. Okay, that's building.
Sworn ever to your service when at peace and
Huh. Yes, we have gone up a rank, which is great because it means I can start making tanks. Oh. Which also means these can now be upgraded. We need to build another one here. That can... Ooh.
I humbly await orders.
One, two, three... Ooh.
Our faith conquers all.
You're building that one.
Be it your will. Build protocols.
That's all done.
Be it your will.
I had an idea for what I'm going to do. Might need to build more generators.
We command dread and awe.
This is the bit I'm always confused with. Why are they so... Why are they allowed to be so far ranged? And then I'm not.
All missiles away. I submit.
My idea right now is if I can get two of these, I can then... My whole plan, get two of these, and then using them
Mercy.
and this, I'm just gonna go straight to...
They have committed the ultimate heresy.
What I might do though as well is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I serve. Build protocols
Thou
confirmed.
shalt not.
Sisters of battle reporting.
Behold, the immolator tank!
Discipline and devotion never falter.
Because the entire thing.
Prepared to serve.
Emperor, inspire me.
Discipline and devotion never falter.
Without devotion, we are nothing. When flamers cleanse all
They will never triumph.
Ah,
We walk in his light. Discipline and devotion never
squad, ready for battle.
Ooh.
To the hymns of the ecclesiarchy.
Okay. I think there's going to be one up here. It feels like it, just because of how many there are.
We are the wings of the Sisters of Battle.
Death to the impure. We will be martyrs. No pity to the foe.
Seraphim, aerial assault squad.
Sisters, march. Sisters, aim true.
Yep, there is. Because I know what we need to do, so I'm gonna just run in and do this.
Show no mercy. To the hymns of the ecclesiarchy. No pity to the foe.
Because, dear God,
All but the faithful perish. To the hymns of the ecclesiarchy.
I just want these guys to be gone.
No pity to the foe.
Who died?
The ecclesiarchy. Sisters, aim true. No pity.
Because at least if one's gone,
Death to the impure.
if one's gone, it means that the other one is gonna go easier.
Celestians, crash them. We are servants of the God Emperor.
Yeah, why are they so heavily fortified? Yep.
Claim it for the Emperor. I serve the Emperor.
Which now means it should actually be easier for us to actually do stuff now. Because yes, they're still going to be
Strike them down.
harder to deal with overall.
Strike the enemy.
Why the hell are there so many? Oh God.
We cannot afford mercy.
I'm going to lose my two, like... Yep. I could... I'm going to lose everything, I think. Or at least a lot of it. Because, dear God, why are there so many people that are just, like, wrecking me? I don't understand why there are so many that are just... They're not normally this over the top.
I serve the Emperor. Weaken my grip and arm.
This feels like they went, you know what? We're gonna mess with these guys in particular. I'm just gonna make sure everything in this group is ready. And I think they're up here.
We know not fear.
With those angles, they're probably up this way.
Serve the Emperor.
Setting stabilizers.
No.
Strike down our foe.
Yes, they are.
Now their time to die.
Can you stop, please?
Emperor, be my light. They will never triumph.
6. Yep, that's all done. They're building. That's the Tau barracks that builds these guys. That deserves to be blown up. That's the Kroot. Yep. This is like the main thing about these guys that I don't like about the Tau. So much long range. So much like long range that's also bullshit. Because of those two things, they just tick me off a little. Like, especially when you're playing as other races. If it's Tau versus Tau, fine. But it's when it's like Tau versus, like, who I'm playing. We've got good armor, but they're still wrecking me quicker than, like... Even the Space Marines weren't that quick. But okay. There we go. We've earned the Confessor. I should have enough money. I can buy back these two. Because they're there and the Confessor. Okay. So, 2 sister squad, both with those. And then that with my leader. That'd be good. Yeah, so next we're going to go against the orks. Which is a really fun one, because you can get orks versus orks. Which is always enjoyable. And then after that, do I go down to Dark Eldar and Chaos, or do I go across to Eldar and Necrons? I'm not sure yet. Probably down first. Get more benefits to go against the two more annoying. Save again. Well, I would say thank you for this. It was a fun game to play with you guys. I know there's a bit of complaining, but that's just because this is an old game, and sometimes the difficulty skews in weird ways, like that final mission. The army is defeated. Everything about them should not be able to be like that, and yet they were just bum-rushing me. Which was, interesting for the Tau. But at least I managed to survive the bum rush. I shall see you all in the next installment, and then maybe after this we'll do some wilds, or something else that's equally as fun. Maybe another Pokemon thing. I enjoy that. Or Digimon. Digimon will be enjoyable. But I shall see you all. Goodbye.